What up? What up? What up? It's your boy Jay Beezy, the Bizzle, whatever you want to call it, Mr. Universal Style, whatever. It was a hell of a year. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Happy birthday to my daughter Jessica. Love you, baby. You know, hell of a year, hell of a year, hell of a year. Blessed to be here. Blessed, blessed, blessed. Hell of a year. Lost everything. Still here. Didn't lose everything because I still got my mind, body, and soul. But I got a story to tell. Man, I was going through some shit. Me and my wife, you know what I'm saying? We had just split up and shit. And I don't really like to talk about my wife like this and that because, we separate and all. That ain't really nobody business and all. But shit, it's been a hell of a year. So I know the people that be going through things and be talking about I'm going through marriage, I'm going through a divorce and all this and all that. I understand. I feel your pain. I never ever knew how it feels because I never been in that situation until I got in my situation. So I understand y'all and I feel your pain. You know what I'm saying? Just been a hell of a year. You know what I'm saying? I was in this rooming house, right? It was just so much shit going on, so much shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Too much going on. I was out there in the streets chilling, always kept myself together, just doing my thing. My life is like an open book, so I don't really be trying to flex and all this and that. I just don't like to call names and all this and all that. But the walls was closing in on me. You know what I'm saying? It was, so had to get out that situation. You know what I'm saying? Had a good job and everything. Everything was just, you know what I'm saying, just was stressed out, whatever, whatever. So you know what I'm saying? I get on the phone, call my people. I was like, look, man, I need help. She was talking about what you mean need help. I was like, you know what I'm saying? We still got the insurance and all that. She was like, yeah, everything is all good. You know what I'm saying? I said, man, I gotta go to like rehab, bro. You know what I'm saying? I need a detox. I need to clear my body. You know what I'm saying? I just got to get away. I got to get away. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to leave my job because you know what I'm saying? I got a good job and shit. And if I lose everything, then you know what I'm saying? When I'm gonna come back to, but I gotta do this shit for me. So she was like, well, shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hit you back. Let me see what I could do. You know what I'm saying? So it was like about 5 minutes later, she hit me up. She was like, yeah, I got this place. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna call the place name out here because I ain't gonna put them on blast. But she was like, yeah, I got this place. You know what I'm saying? You can go there. You know what I'm saying? You can stay there for 90 days, 120 days, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna detox you. You know what I'm saying? They put you in a program or whatever, whatever. You come back, you be straight. And if shit don't work, stay there, do what you got to do. I was like, damn. So I was like, shit. Then I started changing my mind. She was like, what the fuck you changing your mind for? Cause I was like, bro, you know what I'm saying? I gotta go to my people at the job, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know if I'm gonna have a job when I get back. She was like, look, go to call your human resources, tell them that you need some time off, you want to take an absence of leave, you know what I'm saying? And just see what they say. So I was like, all right, bet. So you know what I'm saying? I hit the human resources up and shit, you know what I'm saying? So the lady was like, I was like, can I want to do like a, you know, what they call it, like an absence, whatever they call it, leave absence or whatever. As long as I could come back, I don't even know what the hell it's called. A leave of absence, whatever they want to call it. But she was like, "Well, you ain't even been here a year yet. You're not eligible for that, but you are eligible for a 30-day. So you could leave for 30 days and you could come back. You can still have your job." I was like, "For real?" She was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Bet." I was like, "All right, I'll call you back." Bam. So I called my people. I was like, "Yeah." You know what I'm saying? She said I could leave for like 30 days. So she was like, "You think 30 days is gonna be enough?" I was like, "Look, I just need to get the fuck away. I don't give a damn if it was 10 days. I just want to get the hell about this situation." You know what I'm saying? Bet. So she sent me the brochure and everything. So the brochure, man, this shit looked like a country club, yo. I'm talking about they had a lake, they had a boat, they had a swimming pool, they had they be going fishing, they go to like 5 classes a day, you know what I'm saying? Indoor pool, you know what I'm saying? All that. So I was like, what the hell? So, you know what I'm saying? I hit him up. I was like, thank you. You know what I'm saying? You sent me to like a country club. She was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna send you to no lame shit. You know what I'm saying? I got you. I got you. I was like, all right, bet. I was like, thank you, thank you. You know what I'm saying? So then I went to my boss, my you know what I'm saying? So I went to him. I was like, look, man, I got some things going on right now. I just need to get away for a second, man. I gotta leave for about 30 days. He was like, everything right? I was like, yeah, everything all right. I just, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I just got to leave right now. He was like, I understand. You know what I'm saying? He said, when you leaving? I was like, you know what I'm saying? Probably like tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? You good, bro. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you got to do, handle your business, come back. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing. You know, we going to miss you, but please come back because you only got 30 days. If you stay like 31, 32 days, you ain't going to have no job. You know what I'm saying? I was like, bet. So now I call the um the rehab like facility, whatever you want to call it. So I called him. I was like, "Hello, you don't give my name, my information, or whatever, this and that." She told me where it was at. It was like an hour away. She was like, "But you ain't even got to worry about it. We'll come pick you up." I was like, "For real?" She was like, "Yeah, we'll come pick you up. We'll be there like around 2." I said, "All right, bet." So gave my information where I'm gonna be at or whatever this and that. She said, "We'll come get you at 2." I was like, "So can I bring like my phone, my tablet, this and that?" She said, "Yeah, you can bring all the electronics that you want to bring, but you only can bring 2 suitcases with you. You know what I'm saying? No more than 2 suitcases." I was like, "All right, that's cool. That's cool." I say, "Bet." So we set up the appointment, so they gonna come get me the next day. So then I go back to like rooming house stuff. I'm packing up my stuff, packing up my stuff. You know what I'm saying? But then remember now, all I can do is bring 2 suitcases. So it was like a yard sale outside. I had like 4 TVs and shit hooked up in my room. I came outside. "You want this?" I was like, "Yeah." "You want this?" "Yeah." Like this. "You want this and that?" Just giving away stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I couldn't take it with me. But then I didn't want to bring no old spirits with me anyway. So I was like, "Cool, that's bad." So, I got all my clothes, got my shoes, I got all my electronics, I bought all my lights and everything because they was like, "You're gonna have your own room, you're gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like everything just gonna be laid out, you're gonna be all right." I was like, "Bet." Man, I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. That lady pulled up in the neighborhood. It was a white lady. She pulled up in the neighborhood. The motherfucker jumping off the goddamn porch. "What's up? What's up? What you need? What you got? What you need? What you got?" She was like, "Huh? What? Huh?" So I come outside. I'm like, "Hey, hey, hey, man, that's my ride. That's my ride." So I walked up to the car. I'm like, "Hey, you know what I'm saying? This me. I'm JB. Whatever. This and that." She was like, "Well, uh, I'm about to park down the street. You gonna have to walk down there." You know what I'm saying? She's shaking and shit. So I turn around I'm like, "Man, what the fuck wrong with y'all, man? You know what I'm saying? You don't be doing no shit like that. That's why I'm getting the fuck from out of here." You know what I'm saying? Bam, bam, bam. Now I'm cussing and fussing because they done disrespected the lady. The lady damn near about to leave me and shit. So they were like, "Oh shit, you about to move?" I was like, "Yeah." You know what I'm saying? See, the people in the house say, "No, I was moving." You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "Yeah, I'm leaving. I'm moving." You know what I'm saying? "I'm out." They was like, "God damn, where you going?" I said, "I'm going to New York." You know what I'm saying? Trying to keep people out my business and shit. Because it wasn't nobody business with my own. So a lady come and get me. You know what I'm saying? Jump inside the car. We riding. I'm asking about the program and stuff. She was like, "I don't really know too much about the program. I'm just a driver. I just pick people up and drop them off. You know what I'm saying? This and that. But I hear it's a good place and this and that and that and this and that." The lady talked for 5 minutes. 5 minutes, I was goddamn sleep. I done been up for like damn near 3 days and shit. You know what I'm saying? I done fell asleep. So I wake up. We at the place. Come to find out, so when we pull in, I see like a big old pond. I'm like, well, I guess the lake or whatever must be in the back or something, this and that. I don't know. As we pull it in, then I see a basketball court, but the rim is hanging to the side. I'm like, well, they must have another damn basketball court or something, this and that. I'm like, "Do they got a pool in here?" She said, "Yeah, I hear they got a pool, it's an indoor pool, but you don't want to get in there because they got snakes and stuff inside of it." I said, "What the fuck?" So goddamn, so we pull out. I'm like, "What the hell?" So everybody coming outside because it's like a fire drill. You know what I'm saying? At the same time I pull up. So you know what I'm saying? I got like all my jewelry on and stuff, this and that, and this. So everybody coming outside, they like, "Oh, damn, who that is? Who that is? Who that is?" Bam, 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 bam. So I'm just sitting there and I'm just chilling. You know what I'm saying? So they go back in for the fire drill. I take my bags inside, and it was 2 ladies walked up to me. It was like, "Hey, this and that, what's your name?" Bam, 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 this and that. It was like, "Okay, lift your hands up." So I like lift my hands up. "Yeah, put your hands over your head." I put my hands over your head. You know what I'm saying? Open up your mouth. This and that. What? This and that. Take your shirt off. What? This and that. Take your shoes off. This and that. I'm talking about damn near 2 ladies stripped me butt booty ass naked. I'm holding my damn nuts like, what the hell I done got myself into? So goddamn, I give this motherfucker. So she said, "Oh, where's your phone?" I said, "Here's my phone right here." This and that. She said, "Okay, I'll take that." So she started going through my bag. She said, "We're gonna take your bags in the back and look through it and see this." Now, so I get my phone back, right? She said, "Yeah, you'll get it back like when you leave." I said, "What you mean you leave? Didn't I say we can't have cell phones?" She said, "No, darling. I told you to bring all your electronics because I didn't want you to sneak nothing in." I was like, "What the fuck?" So then next thing you know, so the lady, so I'm sitting in there, I'm butt booty naked. I gotta wait for them to bring my clothes back and all this shit. So they bring me back all my clothes. They only brought me one suitcase. They kept one suitcase in the back and only brought me one. She said, "You only can bring one to the room that you about to go in." I said, "What the hell?" I said, "No, I ain't signing up for this shit." I look out the door. I was trying to catch the damn driver. She was outside talking. This motherfucker jumped inside the car, haul ass. So now they don't check me out, this and that and this and that, bam, bam, bam. Ask me all these questions, this and that, whatever, whatever. So now we walk into the back. We walk into the back. They put me in a room and just close the damn door. Boom, now the door locked. Mind you now, I wasn't told all this shit right here was gonna be going on. I'm in my own room, but the shit looks like a cell. I'm looking out the window. Every time somebody walk by, I'm actually, I said, lady, ain't nobody gonna come get me. I can't go out. She said, no, you in detox. I said, what the fuck is detox? She said, that means you're gonna have to stay here for about 3 or 4 days to clear out your body. We gonna bring your food and this and that, everything to you, whatever. You just chill inside there. I'm in this motherfucker like, I can't believe this shit. So shit. The first night, the first, very, very, very first night, they opened up my door, came out the door because I had to eat. They fed us. We had like a cafeteria where we was at. So they let us come out just to eat, but they feed you breakfast and lunch. But for dinner, you get to come to the cafeteria. But I'm in a detox center, so ain't nothing but like 5, 6 of us. So I come out there. Everybody just walking slow, slobbing out their mouth, this and that. Hey, how you doing? Hey, I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So I'm eating my food and shit. This and that. No TV in the room. Only thing they do is give you a clock with a fucking radio on it. So after that shit happened, I'm like, okay, bet. So they give us some cigarettes. The cigarette is called 24/7s. They give you 2 packs a week. I don't know what the hell a 24/7 is, but that's what the hell they gave us. Some cigarettes called 24/7. So they give me like 2 packs. They said you could come outside, you could smoke a cigarette. You gotta go right there on the back. I was like, bet. So she said, but first you gotta take your medication first. I said, what medication? She said, what you was diagnosed with. I said, how the fuck I was diagnosed with something? I ain't even see a doctor. I ain't seen nobody. I ain't been to the hospital or nothing. Nobody told me I was diagnosed with anything. So how the hell y'all gonna give me some medication and and I don't even know what the fuck it is. This lady handed me a little cup. That shit had about 4 or 5 pills in that shit. So she gave me the cup. I take the cup. She said, you got to take everything. She said, so she's standing right over me. She said, open your mouth. The lady put the cup in my mouth, gave me some water, said, swallow it. Open up your tongue, this and that and this and that and this, blah, blah, blah. So I take all these damn pills. It wasn't 10 damn minutes. I was a goddamn zombie. I walked outside on the back porch. It was like 3, 4 people out there smoking. Everybody in silence. The last thing I remember was one person holding my arms, the other person grabbing my legs, and they said 1, 2, 3, and tossed me in my bed. That's the last thing I remember. That was day one. So I wake up. I'm looking for my shoes. I had an all white pair of the phone posits. I call them Penny Hardaways, but they call them phone posits. Paid like 200 and something dollars for a brand fucking new. Only wore them like 2 or 3 times. I can't find my shoes. Looking for my shoes, looking for my shoes, looking for my shoes. Banging on the door, banging on the door. It's morning time. They open up the door. I'm like, anybody see my shoes? Everybody looking at me like I'm crazy. I go to the counselor. I said, I'm missing my shoes. She said, well, it probably was in the woods. I said, how the fuck it get in the woods? She said, because that's where we found you. I said, what the fuck you mean where we found you? Well, I didn't find you. The 2 dudes that brought you inside said that you walked in the woods and they found you slumped over. I said, what? So now I'm missing my damn shoes and I'm trying to find the fucking 2 dudes that brought me to my room, but everybody acting fucking stupid like they don't know shit. Cool. All right. So now I got jacked for my shoes. I go in my pocket to smoke me a cigarette. They done took both of my packs, my lighter and everything too. So damn man, I got robbed in a rehab facility on the first night. Cool. I got something for y'all asses. Now, it's she come right back around with the pills. She say, come on, you gotta take these pills. I said, I ain't taking a motherfucking thing. What you mean you ain't taking that? I said, I ain't taking shit. The last time y'all gave me something, that shit put me to sleep and I got jacked and I lost every fucking thing. Hell nah. I ain't taking the motherfucking thing. So you refusing to take the pills? I said, yes. She said, you know, we're going to put you out the program. I said, I don't give a fuck. I want to leave now. She said, nah, you can't leave. You got to stay here until you detox. I said, I don't give a fuck. Time this goddamn door open, time I get out this bitch, I ain't never coming back to this shit again. I don't give a fuck. I want my motherfucking shoes. And the first motherfucker I see who got my goddamn shoes, I'm going to bust their motherfucking ass. Because I know ain't none of y'all country motherfuckers got this shit. So 3 days I was in that goddamn room. They tried to feed me pills. I wouldn't take the fucking pills. Okay, now it's time for me to go to the regular fucking dorms, should I say, with everybody in there. I'm hot. I ain't taking no pills. I'm sober. Everybody around this bitch like zombies. It's about 60, 70 people up in this bitch. Time I walk down the goddamn hall, I say it's a new motherfucking sheriff in town. I'm about to run this shit. And the first motherfucker I see with my goddamn shoes, I'm gonna bust their motherfucking ass. So everybody looking at me like I'm goddamn crazy. Who the fuck is this motherfucker? I'm hot now. I done left my job. I done damn near gave away all my goddamn shit. And I'm in this goddamn program. And I done got jacked. And y'all trying to goddamn drug me out? Hell fucking no. It's a new motherfucking sheriff in town. I'm in this bitch now. Get inside my room. It's like a little hotel room. That's how the shit look. Cool. I'm in this bitch. I come out this motherfucker. I still had another pair of shoes. You know what I'm saying? Had to put those on. But it's all good. I'm out the shit. I'm chilling. Everybody trying to come up to me, ask me, man, what's up? How you doing? What's your name? This now. I don't want to talk. Well, when I'm ready to talk, I talk. I don't want to talk. Then you got these girls on the side sitting there. Oh, that's my boyfriend. I look behind my shoulder. I say, I know you ain't talking about me. I ain't nobody goddamn boyfriend. So you know what I'm saying? So after that shit happened, so now we going through to these classes. They sent me to a class. It was like alcohol anonymous or this and that and that and this, bam, bam, bam. So we up in a everybody got to say, some type of speech. Give me the power, the serenity, to accept the things I can't change, whatever the hell they saying. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, bro, I ain't even feeling this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm up in so we go to this class. Um like I said, that was the alcohol class. So I'm chilling in the alcohol class. They talk about this and that, reading a book, whatever. So they like, Jeffrey, would you like to participate? You got something to say? Where the fuck is my shoes? The man like, huh? I said, where the fuck is my shoes? Well, you can't have profanity inside here. I'm a grown ass man and I'm older than you. So you know what I'm saying? Fuck all that. So I'm just chilling, laid back. So every night, so I started meeting like different people in there, and I'm seeing everybody wasn't really like rap too tight. Everybody had problems. Some people came for alcohol, some people came for drugs, some people was on heroin, some people was fentanyl. You know what I'm saying? They just everybody was on something, but they were trying to come down off that high, I guess, and that's why they were taking all these medications, what they was feeding them. But then I was the only person that was acting like a regular human being. So people kept coming to me. They were like, "I like your energy. I like your spirit." Oh, you know what I'm saying? Oh, why you don't be taking your medication? I said, "Y'all don't need that medication." So they were like, what you mean I don't need the medication? I told them what happened to me, and I told them, I say, long as you in here and y'all acting the way that y'all act, they gonna keep y'all up in here because they gonna keep drugging y'all. So when one person stopped taking their medication, they started acting just like me. Then the other person stopped taking their medication. They started acting like me. These is days going by, days going by, days going by. Out of like 60 or 70 people, it was about 30 people that wasn't even taking their medication. Now these people is getting sober. Now these people is sitting there. I want to call my people. These people sitting here when I'm going home. A lot of people was there. They didn't even know when the hell they was going or what time they was going home. So now they call me to the office. I walk inside the office. There's a big old table with like a whole bunch of people just sitting around, like the administrative. And they sit here and they said, why you not taking your meds? I said, I don't need meds. I said, I came here to get off of drugs, not to get back on them. But we're giving you pills because you was diagnosed with this and that. I said, how the fuck I got diagnosed with any goddamn thing? Yeah, don't tell me what pills I'm taking. I never ever seen a fucking doctor. Hell, I ain't even step on a goddamn scale. How the fuck? So now they started looking around like, yeah, we got us a smart ass, this and that. Well, listen here. If you don't want to take your medication, that's fine. But I don't need you telling the other people not to take their medication because they need it. I said, well, I can't help what other people do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't help what other people do. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not doing it and they don't want to do it, that's on them. But they was like, well, if we don't have these people taking their medications, you could come up against charges. I said, how the fuck I come against charges? Because if something was to happen to them and they not taking it and you an influencer to do it, we could bring charges against you. I'm like, look, fuck this. Y'all can send me home right now. Nah, we want to keep you here because we want to help you. I'm like, yeah, all right, whatever. So I leave out the meeting. I come back. Them 30 people that wasn't taking their fucking meds turned into about 40. So now I know that I'm setting a trend and I'm doing something that they don't want me to do. And people is like coming against their own, you know what I'm saying? Like people is literally getting into their own zone. Like they came to get off for drugs, but they getting drugged up in there. So now they like zombies. So everybody in there, like I'm like, how long you been here? I've been here for about 4 months. Well, damn, how long you been here? I've been here for like 6 months. When you go home, I don't know. Whenever they tell me this, I say, y'all motherfuckers don't even got a date. Where the fuck y'all going home? I go to my counselor. I said, look, I need to call home. I need to talk to my people. She was like, nah, you can't talk to your people. You can't talk to nobody for 30 days. I said, well, I'm only going to be in here for 30 days. She said, well, I guess you ain't going to call them. I said, so my people don't even know that I'm here. She said, well, you can write them a letter. Lord have mercy. You just don't know. Okay. So now, time going by. I'm going to these classes. I'm talking. Started the church class. We started going to church, having like our own Bible meetings and all this and all that. I threw a talent show up in there. You know what I'm saying? The first ever. You know what I'm saying? Because we was going to art class and they was giving us color books with crayons and stuff like we some little kids. And I was like, man. And then we have karaoke. So when we started having karaoke, I started grabbing the microphone like I was a fucking MC. You know what I'm saying? Rapping up and shit up in that. Do a talent show. Like I was like, next coming on stage, we got this coming out, this and that. And then they do their karaoke stuff. So then I threw the talent show with the fact I got people names and I let them come and perform. Like it turned out to be real good, real good. So now the staff people coming to me because they saying, man, you inspirational. You know what I'm saying? Like you just doing things different. You know what I'm saying? And then one of the ladies came to me and say, you know, I'm happy these people ain't walking around like zombies no more. They ain't taking their medications. They acting better, this and that. And she was like, this ain't my business to tell you, but they really don't want you to be here because they saying that you start in like a uproar, but the only why they keeping you here because you got good insurance. And I'm just gonna be honest. And then she walked away from me. I was like, damn. So I met some good people up in there. You know, I met this dude named Phil. We was chilling. You know, we watched movies at night. You know what I'm saying? Everybody be chilling and all that. Next morning, Phil didn't even make it. Phil was on fentanyl. Didn't know how he get in there, but he passed away that morning. It just was sad, you know what I'm saying? And the saddest thing about it is the fact with me just being there for only 30 days, I probably watched like four people come back. People come and people go for weeks at a time. They leave, and then 2 weeks later, they'll be back. They leave, they relapse. One person been in the program for about 4 months, left and never even left the parking lot. He was shooting up. They brought him back in. It's a lot of things that I really want to talk about. What happened in that facility that I really don't really want to talk about. But it just I felt like the program that I was in wasn't for my best interest. It was for their best interest. They didn't want to send me home. They wanted to keep me there for over 90 days, 120 days. I told them I had to be back because of my job. They were telling me they could give me a job. I was like, no, thank you. They were telling me they could put me in one of their houses. I was like, no, thank you. So come to find out, the last day I was there, I get my transcript. I was only there for 30 days. $160,000 came out my insurance. I didn't have to pay nothing. My insurance covered it. $160,000. That's when I figured out that's why they was keeping me there, because they wanted the money. It wasn't about me. They didn't want me to tell people to stop taking them pills because that's how they make their money for the comeback. I met some good people there. I met some bad people there. I met some racist people. Where the lady called me a boy, didn't even call me by my name, and cussed her ass out. And she said that's how she talked. And when I was telling everybody else, even the black people, they said, well, that's just how she talk. I said, I ain't no boy, I'm a grown ass man. Shit like that. Met some good people, met some bad people. You know, came back home. I thought things was gonna go this way. It didn't go that way. Never relapsed, never did this and did that. It was just the fact that I thought that I was coming home to my family, but I still got my family. I'm just not there with them. But it's all good. I'm just trying to tell everybody, just be yourself. Go to God if you need help. Be your own person. Stay humble. Be who you are. Um, I liked the experience that I had because it took me away from where I was at, and then it brought me to a place that they really treat you like an addict. And I never called myself one. I always stayed within. I always had my own mind. And if you out here and you struggling, you going through things, go to God first. Pray to Him and let Him deal with it. But when you pray to God and you ask Him to deal with it, don't bring it up. Don't stress because He ain't gonna do it. You're gonna block your own blessings because you already put it in His hands. That's just a story I just want to tell y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing better. I'm doing great. Good things is happening. I'm moving up in my job. These days I really ain't really holler at nobody, even like my siblings like that, because I'm still trying to get myself together. You know what I'm saying? And when I'm ready to come out and show out and pop out, I will. This that boy Jay Beezy, Mr. Universal Style, aka Jay Bizzle. Just another story I had to tell. Peace.
That is still here, and that is still here, and that is still here. Don't count me out. I know we had a bad year. Just let us on some tips. I can get down for a while. Bust a freestyle, this is for my family, and I'm a real G. Don't count me out, don't count me out, don't count me out. Cause this is what the real fuck is all about. Yes, I'm up in the streets, I'm still a dub. Came up from the NYC, I'm on drugs. Then I met the boy on the street, he was the plug. And I met this girl up free, she showed me love. This is how we do this now, this that real rap. Sister, can your daddy try to call back? But with your hands on my phone call, leave me alone. Probably stuck on the phone, talking to the time zone. I haven't seen my kid in a couple of years ago. Still got a flow.